The Lakers have been on fire since losing Anthony Davis. Austin Reaves had a career night, and we're about to walk into one of the most exciting Mondays for a Lakers fan ever. Let's talk about it. Before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and drop a like on the video and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Lakers and other sports content. So we beat the Pacers today, 124-117. That puts us at about a 5-game winning streak since the Anthony Davis trade. And I have to say, since we lost AD, the energy on this team has definitely shifted. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But before we get there, we got to give a huge shout out to Austin Reaves. He had a career night. You're talking about a Pacers team who had won 5 of their last 6 games. So they were on fire. Okay, they were playing good basketball. And they came into LA and it didn't matter. We didn't have Luka Doncic. We didn't have LeBron James. Mark Williams is still out of the lineup. Austin Reaves did not care. He stepped up big time. They couldn't do anything with him. He was hitting his shot from beyond the arc. He was working his mid-range game. He was working in the paint, that floater, finishing at the bucket, finishing through contact, getting to the free throw line. And on top of that, he had 3 steals as well. So it was all around just a beautiful thing to watch from Austin Reaves. He finished the game with 45 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 54% from the field, 44% from beyond the arc, and a perfect 13 of 13 from the free throw line. They couldn't do anything with him. Before the trade deadline, I was campaigning for a Zach LaVine trade. And a big reason behind that is because, one, I just thought Zach LaVine would be a great fit, especially within JJ Redick's system. But another reason was that I didn't believe that Austin Reaves could be our legit third scoring option. Obviously, of course, back when we had Anthony Davis, he would, between him and LeBron, it would have been 1 and 2, and then Austin Reaves as a third option. I didn't believe in it. Yeah, that's changed. That's definitely changed. We just came off of a win against Golden State where LeBron James carried the team. Austin Reaves had a dreadful game, shot horrible, still was able to contribute, though. I'll give him some credit. I think he scored 18 points, and the bulk of it was from the free throw line. Austin Reaves is always going to be crafty. He's going to get his. But from an efficiency standpoint, it was terrible. So how does he respond? He bounces back against an athletic, physical Pacers team and drops a career-high 45 points to help carry the Lakers to the win. You can't write it any better than that. Now, again, with this win against the Pacers, that puts the Lakers at a 5-game winning streak. And it's not just Austin Reaves that we have to thank for that. There are some very strong contributions that we're getting from other players on the roster, not named LeBron James. The first person I want to look at is Dorian Finney-Smith. So that's the first trade that we made, before the trade deadline, to where you almost immediately felt his impact. There were some growing pains, I would say, in the first 3 games or so. But since then, you feel Dorian Finney-Smith's energy. Even when he's not scoring, his ability to impact the defense, his energy, how vocal he is, and his willingness to communicate and make sure that he's holding everyone accountable, particularly on the defensive end. And then offensively, when he's starting to hit that shot, it's just a beautiful thing. It really changes the game. He's very active on the boards, so on and so forth. I think the best way to describe it is that he just makes winning plays. He plays winning basketball. And you want to have a guy like that on your team when you're trying to compete for a championship. And again, we're the Lakers, so that's what we do. Got to give a shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt hasn't played basketball in almost a year. And he's back. He's completely healthy. And from game 1, his first game back, you immediately saw a difference. He changes the dynamic of this Lakers team. His defense is paramount. That's what he's known for. That's what he does. He can guard essentially 1 through 4. You can put him on a smaller 5, and he can definitely give him some work. But on the perimeter, interior, on the boards, my goodness, Jared Vanderbilt has been a monster on the rebounds. Just last game against Golden State, I believe he pulled down 14 rebounds in about 20 minutes. You have to understand, Jared Vanderbilt is being this effective, and he's not a starter. He's not playing more than 20, 25 minutes a game. That's huge for us. Very happy to have Vando back. Now, last but not least, again, as a team, we're playing great basketball, but there's one person that not only do I want to shout out, but I owe him an apology, a sincere apology, and that's Gabe Vincent. I'll be the first to say I wrote Gabe Vincent off. Before the trade deadline, even before then, before we traded D'Angelo Russell, I was campaigning for a Zach LaVine trade. And the three people that I was putting up to make the salaries work was D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Rui Hachimura. And I'll talk about Rui in a second too. But Gabe Vincent has been playing excellent basketball as of late. In the last 10 games, he's averaging about 9 points a game, which is okay. We'll take it. He's coming off the bench. But more importantly, he's shooting just about 47% from the field and an impressive 45% from three, which is amazing considering he started the season, I believe was what, like 1 for 16, 1 for 19, something absolutely ridiculous. You could just tell that even though he was quote unquote healthy and cleared to play, he did not have his legs under him. He was out of rhythm. It was bad. But the way he's been playing as of late, it goes to show you why the Lakers paid him that $30 million. Because again, I'll be honest, I was not a fan of that contract. But coming off the bench for the Lakers, he's been excellent at the point of attack. He's physical. He's smart. He's active on the defensive end. He competes. Little on the smaller side, but again, for his size, we'll take it because he definitely brings a defensive presence. And now he's starting to contribute on the offensive end. He's becoming a reliable three-point shooter, which has absolutely had a positive effect on the success of this team. Now, of course, I can't forget about Rui Hachimura. He's had his ups and downs throughout the season, but the way he's playing now, first of all, he is our knockdown three-point shooter. You're talking about our starting five, obviously with the exception of somebody like LeBron or Luka or whatnot. But when you think about LeBron James or Luka Doncic and how they can work the pick and roll, penetrate, and then dish out, kick to somebody in the corner, Rui Hachimura is there. He has become a very reliable knockdown three-point shooter, which is part of what I believe JJ Redick had in terms of a vision for Rui. He always wanted him to be more active on the boards, more physical on the defensive end, but in terms of Rui's strengths, he has to be able to knock down that three-point shot, and he has been. It's been incredible. So a huge shout out to Rui. Now, I mentioned this before. Since the Anthony Davis trade, we've been winning every game since then. And this team, it looks and feels different. I want to make this very clear. It is extremely difficult to replace a guy like Anthony Davis. What he provides you on the offensive end, what he provides on the defensive end, both are at an elite level. But the biggest thing is that with the current roster we have, I believe it's more conducive to JJ Redick's specific vision and coaching style for what he wants his team to play and how he wants them to perform. I know you guys see it too. Our players are everywhere. They're so active. Their hands are active. They're playing faster. They're playing with more aggression. The rotations, in my opinion, are where it's clearest. I mean, everyone's got each other's backs. They're communicating. The speed and agility it's just there. With DFS, with Rui, with Gabe Vincent. And those guys are having a positive effect on Rui Hachimura, on Austin Reaves. And you can see them kind of being more active on the defensive end. I think Anthony Davis, I would say 2020 Anthony Davis would be perfect for JJ Redick. But let's be honest, AD with his injury history and, him just getting older, it's part of life. He's lost a step or two. He's just not as quick. He's just not as agile. And even then, if you think about it, it's pretty crazy because he's still one of the most versatile bigs in the league, but still just not quite as springy and as explosive as he used to be. I think you can see that now that he's gone, the adjustments that this team has made, again, under JJ Redick's coaching, it's intense. It's intense, and I'm excited about it because if it can continue like this, our defensive rating is going to be it's going to be fine. Over the past week or so, we've had a top 5 defensive rating throughout the league. And I think that can change a little bit once you insert somebody like Luka Doncic. We don't know exactly what Mark Williams is going to bring. I think he still has some room to grow on the defensive end. He's a freak athlete. He's just long. He is pretty athletic. But on the defensive end, there's room for improvement. But I think under the tutelage of LeBron James, and then you have, your Vandos and just the energy of the team, and then just giving him time to grow. I think Mark Williams, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be just fine, and he'll be able to contribute on both ends. But since Anthony Davis has been gone, man, this team has transformed a little bit. It's a little more high pace, more energetic. They get up and down faster. It's exciting to see. And then, of course, Monday is right around the corner. And from what we've heard so far, that's going to be the debut of Luka Doncic. He's going to play his first game as a Laker officially, which means we're likely going to see LeBron James and Luka Doncic on the court for the first time. And I'm super excited to see that play out. He took the night off against the Pacers. He's got left ankle soreness. It just made sense, right? He's been playing incredible basketball. The Lakers are on a winning streak. Him being 40 years old, I got it. Let him take the day off, get some rest, and then come back on Monday ready to go with Luka. These are very, very exciting times. I know it is for me, and I think I can speak for everyone. If you're watching this, you're likely either a sports fan, a basketball fan, or more so a Lakers fan. Either way, Luka Doncic playing basketball is good. It's good for the sport. So, and the fact that he's on the Lakers just makes me that much happier. So I'm super excited about it. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Do you agree with me? Do you believe that the defense just looks better without Anthony Davis? To an extent, right? Are you excited for Luka and LeBron to take the court and see how that duo is going to play out together? If you are, let me know in the comments, man. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. And man, I'm looking forward to Monday. You guys know I'm going to keep the content coming, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next video.